Hello, welcome back to Mrs. Torres' YouTube channel. Today we're going to solve quadratics with complex solutions. I've only got two examples, so this is going to be kind of a short video because we already know how to solve quadratics. It's just the complex solutions that are a little different, but really it's just one extra step. Okay, so we are going to solve this quadratic. Our goal is to get that p squared by itself, so then we can take the square root. First thing, got to add 3 to both sides. So 4p squared equals negative 41 plus 38 plus 3, is negative 38. Then we've got to get p squared by itself. We've got to get rid of this 4. Divide by 4. So we've got p squared equals negative 38 over 4. Now, to get p by itself, we got to take the square root. So we'll have p equals. Now remember, we need two answers. So we need plus or minus. Let's reduce this fraction. If you reduce 38 over 4, you'll get 19 over 2. So it's the square root of negative 19 over the square root of 2. Now, to simplify this part, we're almost there, but we can't have a negative under our square root, so we've got to pull that I out, right? So plus or minus I root 19 over square root of 2. Can we ever have a square root in our answer, in our denominator? No, we can't. We've got to rationalize. Square root of 2 over the square root of 2. If we multiply this, we get plus or minus I root 38 over 2. And that's all we can do. That would be our final answer. So really, all of this stuff we already did. Normally we would rationalize, but really the only new part is having to pull that I out since we have a negative under our square root. All right, so let's look at one last example. Here we go. So remember, when we have an expression like this being squared, we isolate this first, and then we can deal with the squared there. So we're going to add 8 to both sides. So 3 times x plus 4 squared equals negative 24. Remember, we're trying to isolate this expression here, so we've got to divide by 3. X plus 4 squared equals negative 8. And now that we have this expression all by itself, how do we get rid of this exponent? We gotta take the square root, right? So then we're left with x plus 4 equals plus or minus the square root of negative 28. We can't forget that plus or minus. We have two answers here. We can either get the x by itself now, or we can simplify this. Let's go ahead and simplify plus or minus square root of 8. So let's simplify 8. It'd be 2 and 4, 2 and 2. So we have a pair of 2's. So the square root of 8 would simplify to 2 root 2. However, we have this negative under our square root. So what it's really going to be is x plus 4 equals plus or minus 2I root 2. When you have a negative under the square root, we've got to pull out that I before we can do anything. Now that we've simplified this, we can get x by itself, so we're going to subtract 4 from both sides. X equals negative 4 plus or minus 2I root 2. And that is our answer. So remember, this really means we have two answers, right? It's either negative 4 minus 2I root 2 or negative 4 plus 2I root 2. but I'm going to write it with a plus or minus just to condense our answer. All right, that's it. See you later.